The airport was alive with noise. Rolling suitcases, boarding calls, soft chatter in every direction. But for Lara Bennett, the world felt silent. Her chest tightened as she held her boarding pass, eyes red from sleepless nights. Flight 221, New York to Paris. A one-way escape from everything she was trying to leave behind. 2 months ago, she had been planning her future with Ryan Cole, a rising star in the aviation world, a confident pilot with the calmest smile she'd ever seen. They had met on a flight, bonded over dreams, and loved like two souls meant to fly together. But dreams, like airplanes, sometimes fall without warning. Their breakup wasn't dramatic, just painfully quiet. A fight about time, priorities, and distance. Ryan had chosen his career. Lara had chosen her heart. And now she was choosing to leave. She took a deep breath as the boarding announcement echoed. Now boarding Flight 221 to Paris, Gate 17. Her fingers trembled as she scanned her ticket and stepped into the jet bridge. The smell of jet fuel and recycled air hit her, a scent she'd learned to associate with both beginnings and endings. Inside, the flight attendants greeted her with professional smiles. "Seat 14A, right this way." Lara walked down the aisle, avoiding eye contact with strangers, clutching her tote bag as if it were armor. She sat by the window looking at the runway lights. The world outside glowed gold and blue, the twilight before takeoff. She plugged in her earphones, closed her eyes, and whispered, "This is the last time I think of him." Then a deep, familiar voice broke the silence. "Excuse me, looks like I'm in 14B. Her heart stopped. Standing right there, casual as ever, was Ryan Cole, her ex, the man she was flying halfway across the world to forget. Their eyes met. His expression flickered from shock to disbelief, then to something softer. "Lara?" She froze. The cabin noise faded. Time stood still. The attendant gestured for him to sit. Ryan slid into the seat beside her, awkwardly adjusting his jacket, his breath uneven. "Of all the flights in the world," she murmured under her breath. He gave a faint, almost nervous laugh. "Guess fate still has a sense of humor." The engines roared to life outside. The plane began to taxi down the runway. Lara looked away out the window, heart racing, mind spinning. Fate, it seemed, had one more flight planned for them. For the first 30 minutes, neither said a word. The cabin lights dimmed to a warm amber glow. Lara stared out at the endless night sky, pretending to be calm while Ryan sat stiffly beside her, every breath careful. The silence was heavy, filled with memories of laughter, shared coffees, and words never said. Finally, Ryan broke it. "How have you been?" Lara didn't turn. "Flying away," she said quietly. Before he could respond, the plane jolted violently. The overhead bins rattled. A few passengers gasped. Lara gripped her seat. "What was that?" The captain's voice came over the intercom, calm but tense. "Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. We're experiencing minor technical turbulence." But the shaking grew stronger. The lights flickered. A child began crying in the back. Oxygen masks dropped down, the cabin filled with gasps and screams. A flight attendant ran past them, knocking into Ryan's arm. "The captain's not responding. The co-pilot is trying to stabilize." Ryan unbuckled instantly. "I'm a pilot. Ryan Cole, Delta certified." She looked panicked but nodded, pulling him toward the cockpit. Lara watched in shock as he disappeared behind the locked door. The plane dropped suddenly. People screamed. Lara's mind went blank. Not him. Not like this. Minutes stretched into eternity. Then through the intercom came his voice, calm, steady, and heartbreakingly familiar. "This is First Officer Ryan Cole. Please stay calm. We're regaining control. You're going to be okay." Lara pressed her hand to her chest, tears filling her eyes. The man who had broken her heart was now the only one who could save it. Inside the cockpit, alarm screamed. The captain was semi-conscious, slumped forward. Ryan quickly took the controls. The co-pilot looked terrified. "We've lost auto-stabilization. The rudder's jammed." "Then we fly manual," Ryan said firmly. The aircraft trembled like a wounded bird as he pulled it level. Sweat trickled down his temple. Outside, lightning flashed through the clouds, and beautiful, dangerous, endless. Meanwhile, in the cabin, passengers prayed. Lara whispered through her tears, "Come back to me, Ryan, please." Ryan's hand stayed steady. His voice, calm yet commanding, came through radio chatter. Mayday, Mayday, this is Flight 221, engine irregularities, pilot incapacitated. We need emergency landing clearance. Air traffic control responded. Flight 221, maintain altitude 15,000. You're cleared for priority landing. You've got this. He smiled faintly. Copy that. Minutes later, sunlight pierced through the storm clouds. 2 F-22 Raptors appeared alongside the jet, guiding them toward open skies. Ryan exhaled, a mix of exhaustion and focus. Back in 14A, Lara stared at the window, whispering, He's doing it. He's really doing it. Altitude 2,000 feet. Gear down. The voice of air control echoed through Ryan's headset. His knuckles were white on the controls. The runway came into view, long, silver, lined with emergency vehicles. The world held its breath, the wheels hit. The plane bounced once, then steadied. Sparks flew beneath the landing gear. Finally, contact. Cheers exploded in the cabin. Lara gasped, covering her face with her hands. Tears rolled down her cheeks. The plane slowed to a stop. Passengers clapped, cried, hugged. The cockpit door opened. Ryan stepped out, eyes meeting Lara's across the aisle. She stood. For a second, neither spoke. Then she ran, ignoring the cameras, the crowd, the chaos, and straight into his arms. You saved us, she whispered. I just didn't want to lose you again, he replied. Outside, the sun dipped behind the clouds. Fire trucks sprayed arcs of water over the jet, the traditional salute for a miracle landing. Reporters called it the flight of fate. But for Lara and Ryan, it wasn't just a story. It was proof that sometimes, even at 35,000 feet, love can still find its way home.